video. That hot dog is juicy. My dad, my uncle. Like these people who have, like, they have children. Can you not take them to the park?
Rage, more rage.
Dad, if you're watching this, sue Slimer. I'm fat. I'm obese. I am fat. I'm not a marriage scammer. Are you serving cheeseburgers right now? I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up.
Hello, it's ready.
Don't talk to me!
Dang, son.
Right before Christmas, bitch! You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, lovely people. Happy Sunday morning. At least Sunday morning for some of you, not everybody. Who do we have in chat this morning? Dilly, damn you kids. Sassy Mama, Just Jamie, Bama Girl, Dinky, I'm sorry. Different Sage, My Narrow Spicy Life. Hey, Farah, Doe Powell, Angry Water, Oh Hell No, Fairy, Kelly Doxson, Just Jamie, Sandy Toes, Bertha Boyle Jean, Wendy M, Raven's Magic, Tweet D, Maggie Flowers, good to see you. Boop Girl, Chantel Marie Whitaker, hello. Good to see you in a pickle. By the book, Sugar Papa Lily May, I am Cat Lady 7. Lord, the chat is on fire this morning. Axe in the Madhouse, the Stellar Ray, Panda Pondu, good to see you. Tavat, hello. Bingo, Wing Batty, Lisa W, Greeny Bluish. Everybody, welcome. I'm on the struggle bus this morning. Stayed up too late last night, got up too early today, but it is what it is. I got to get back on schedule. Hello, Code Blue, good to see you. One stressed mommy, Boop Girl, I already said hello to you, but hello again. And the festivities begin. Is everybody prepared for the holiday, whoever is going to celebrate? Are you ready? I'm not. I'm not, but we're getting there. That's for sure. Hello, Fadma. Oh, Fadma Jr. is 31 today. Feeling old. Birthday song. Absolutely. Happy birthday to your baby and congratulations on making it another year. Hell yeah. Do. Hey, Deb. Ain't she sweet? Hello. Fadma, thank you so much for the support, hun. You did your shopping yesterday? Okay, so here's my dilemma, because we're not making any like homemade pies because I just feel like that would be overkill. So we're going to get those from the Sam's Club. And I don't want to get them too early because they'll be stale. And if I get them too late, they're going to be sold out. So I can imagine, like, what do you do? I've never been in a position to where they've been sold out of like pie. We might have to, resort to frozen pie, but so be it. It'll still get ate. But I'm really hoping to get one of those good pumpkin pies at the Sam's Club. Okay, they do be hitting, if you know what I mean. Buy and freeze. Why didn't I think of that, one stressed mommy? I took my bird out yesterday. Hope everybody else has taken their turkeys out, put them inside of the refrigerator so they'll be nice and thawed out. Get them early and freeze them. I don't know why I didn't think about that. That's kind of embarrassing. I'm 42 years old and I'm like, I don't want them to go stale. Jesus Christ, man, get my life together. I don't know what to say about that. Your bird is in the fridge. Good. Okay, can we talk about the fact that Payday has come and gone, and Foodie was MIA yesterday. Now, I'm aware that she put out a mukbang, but she was not live. She did post a community tab post 14 hours ago about the Mario beezing. Hello, Birdie. Hello. I woke up late because the Christmas light train came through last night at 2:45 a.m. It took the fur babies to see it. Oh, I bet that was so much fun. Thank you so much for the support. That sounds amazing. I cannot wait for all the Christmas festivities. I really can't. The lights under Louisville. We have all these different, it's probably like that everywhere where they do the light up here and the light up there and the light up, and then you got to figure out which one you're going to go to. I'm super excited about that. I love it so much. I love this time of year. Liberty, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Okay, now I don't think that she's traveling, obviously. I do not think that she's in route to Syria, but I do think it's a very good possibility that she's spending a little bit more time with Salah on the phone. He's trying to secure the bag, if you will. Also, we touched on this a little bit yesterday. I just can't believe, or was it yesterday, day before yesterday, when we talked about Frenchie? Yeah, we brought it up. I can't believe after everything that YouTube is doing that she's really like, what are you doing? And once you find out that YouTube has added this new TOS violation option when you report a video, as far as I can't remember what it's called. Somebody will have to say it in chat. And eating and whatever. I don't know. But why would you go and upload 2 mukbangs? And they are mukbangs, okay? They are mukbangs. She's overeating. She's got a huge pizza in one. She's got chicken tenders with the pizza. The other one, it's meatloaf. It's Defiant Cutie. I can't imagine, like, especially in her position, eating disorder. Yes, thank you so much. Oh, God, I probably shouldn't have said that. Whatever, okay? Defiant me at this point. I just can't believe it, especially in her position. Like, she is in such a vulnerable state right now, as far as her health is concerned, as far as what she can do physically. Like, if she was to lose her YouTube monetization, and let's just say she just lost monetization and she needed to reapply in 3 months, like, what would you do, Chantel? What would you do? There's no other platform on the internet where she could regain momentum enough to where she can make, rent and be able to pay her bills. It's just, it wouldn't be possible. I don't care. It would, I mean, maybe OnlyFans, but even then it's questionable. So, like, what would be the plan? Like, that's fine if you want to be defiant and you feel like you have a right to eat on your channel. It would make more sense if you would do something like that if you had a backup plan. And I know she has no backup plan. Like, you would be forced to move in with one of your family members at that point. She'll have to buy more subs. She'd go back to Syria and live for cheap. I don't know that she could, though, Butter Crumpet. I mean, you just mean go back to Syria and live somewhere outside of, like, being with Salah. Okay, maybe. But here's the thing. No, because she wouldn't even have the money at that point to travel. She wouldn't even have the money at that point to travel. So I listened to the majority. Well, I didn't listen to all of the 3-hour stream, but I did listen to the one that was like, man, the cat is so damn cute. It's so lovable. I don't know how she gets so lucky with these cats, but that cat is like, wants to be held like a baby. It's laying down in Chantel's arms, sleeping. You can see his little paws sticking up as she's sitting there and she's just doing her live stream or whatever. It's like, and this is a cat that more than likely you're going to abandon and eventually leave behind. It's quite gross. It really is. Bertha Boyle says oppositional defiance disorder is a real thing for her. Yeah, I think that she made it clear with these videos. I mean, we've always said it. But damn, now you can say it as a fact. Like, we don't need a diagnosis. We don't need her to go to a doctor and for somebody to tell her, yeah, she has oppositional defiance disorder. No, honey, we know at this point. Love to everyone. You're beautiful and you matter. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for the support group. Bertha Boyle, you are beautiful and you matter as well. And thank you so much for the support, hun. Salah would probably happily put her up in a separate place and visit once a week as long as she keeps giving him all her money. Yeah, but that's the thing. If the YouTube monetization is gone, there is no money. So then Foodie would find out exactly how much Salah cares about her, because that's still a question for her. Hey, Chubby, good to see you, hun. She's not going back to Syria. It's over. He's done. He might be done as far as her going there. I can maybe agree with you there, but I'm still, I'm like, yeah, you never know. But I think, yeah, he's still entertaining her to some extent. I think, he's requesting money for Julia. Hey, babe, I need, could you send money for our child? Some bullshit like that for sure. You think he's done too? Should we poll it? I feel like we should poll it. What do you guys think? Is Salah? No, now listen, if you think that he's done, then you don't even think that he's entertaining her on the phone. Okay. I mean, if he's done, he's done. He's not entertaining her on the phone. He's not trying to get more money from her. He's not sending pictures from Julia. Then you think that he is done. Okay. Just so we're clear. Is Salah done? Just real simple. Incoming. Also, the emotional support Christmas tumblers are now available. I posted the link at the top of the chat. We're going to look at it in just a second. Hello, Anita. Welcome to the Pours. Thank you so much for being a poor piece of crap. Good to see you, girl. Jojo says Salah has no money, no job. He's asking for money. I agree with that. And I know that it doesn't take a whole lot to support himself in Syria. But without Foodie's income, how is Salah making any money whatsoever? You guys got to remember that. I don't believe that there's a business. I don't believe that he's employed as of yet. That might be coming, but as of right now, I do not believe that's the case. Hello, Wistful Demon Girl. Thank you for the support group and beautiful skinty leader for the well wishes for the baby peanut dog. Feeding tubes fitted so she can only get stronger. Also, suck a bag of micro peens, cutie. I'm so glad to hear about your baby, Wistful Demon. And thank you so much. That was so generous of you, hon. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. You think she will go back morning coffee? What says you, Wistful Demon? Do you think Salah's done? Do you think Chantel will eventually return to Syria? And again, hey, Lindsay, good to see you, hun. Mama Shug, good to see you. This group is so great for me. Thank you, Yaba, for creating this space. Oh, that was so nice of you to say. Well, thank you, guys. We have the best people. So I cannot take the credit for that. We have the best people around. And thank you for the support, hun. And good to see you. She'll be back there by the new year. Really? That's interesting. Hey, yeah, but your wife has no evictions. Nancy Remote, I don't know if she has evictions or not. I don't know. I can tell you this much. She doesn't have 8 evictions. So there's that. Sassy Mama says Cutie is back to her high in a hijab arc. Gross. Yes, she was super duper high the other day. And she also went black screen, by the way, which I don't like. What are we doing? You're in Canada. You have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want now. And you're giving us Syrian content in Canada. I'll never get over that. I really won't. I don't know. The wallet is drying up. Sassy Mama, good to see you. And thank you so much for the super chat. Marcio, hello. He'll make her pay for his beautiful Syrian wedding before ditching her for good. Yeah, I think he will get every dime out of Cutie that she's willing to give before he walks away. Okay? Because that's always been the goal. Whether it be to try to get him to Canada, whether it be just to get, money from Chantel. So if it's as easy right now as, entertaining and sending some text, hey, babe. Babe says, I've never been evicted 8 times in 3 years as a single woman with no kids. Well, there you have it. What was I saying though? Shit, I lost my. Oh yeah. So as far as just sending a text and pictures of Julia and saying, hey, I need money for this or that. Do you think you could do it? Or hear me out though. Saying, hey, if you work on yourself and if you get therapy and if you do this and you do that, maybe in a couple of months, my family, I will let them see all the progress you made. And then maybe we can get you back to Syria like around March or so. And Chantel's like, yeah. But he's like, in the meantime, I got to continue to fix up the house. And that way, when you get back, it'll be painted. It'll be remodeled. It'll have all these new things. Just send money now. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll send what I can, that I think that not that he's ever intending on allowing Chantel to come back because of his family, but why would he not? You know what I mean? And again, I have to point out, Mercio, thank you so much for the support, hon. I have to point out that I do believe, Buttercrumpet, hello, good to see you. You're going to know when Salah has, in my opinion, you're going to know when Salah has completely cut communication with Foodie. I don't feel like I'm not getting the vibe from Chantel. Yeah, I know, send money now. That needs to be a fucking slogan. I'm not getting the vibe from Chantel that she's not communicating with Salah. I think it's definitely not the way she wants to be in communication with him. Cutie is buying new hijabs, etc. They're still very much talking. I think so too. Crump says, is that Salah talking through Yaba? Because that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm channeling the inner Salah, Butter Crumpet. Sassy Cat says, Church of Girl World tithe. Peace be with you. Sassy Cat, appreciate your donation so much and good to see you this morning. He is drop feeding her for attention. He's drip feeding her attention. Yes, I agree. Hello, Drama Beat. Good to see you. Okay, so listen. Like I said, I didn't listen to the entire 3-hour live stream. And the one after that, or the one before that, that was an hour and 26 minutes long where the cat was being really cute. Let's be for real, for real. You didn't watch that, whether you raw dogged through a reactor clip channel or whatever, and not notice how absolutely adorable her new baby kitten was being. Because this bitch is going to have me at the feeder supply by the end of the week. I'm going to have to really tap the fuck out. Okay. I don't need another cat. I don't need another cat. I don't need another cat because, oh my God, the baby is adorable. I'll give you that, Chantel. And I think it's quite pathetic that you took away her name. I think the name Blanche is so fitting for that kitty. I don't know why she decided to take the name away, other than rage baiting her audience, which we all know that she doesn't want to name it because of Julia. If she names it, it's like cheating, backstabbing Julia. Fuck off, Chantel. Hey, Ash. Good to see you, hun. Drop feeding is what bird moms do to their young. I've got plenty of cute strays you can choose from. I don't need another cat. I can't do it. But man, watching Blanche, what do we call her? Winter over here, I believe, definitely has me in my feelings. And I want a baby kitty, but I'm not going to do it. Rage baiting is our only content. So there's more information in the mukbangs than there are her live streams. And yes, I'm very well aware of YouTube's new rules, but I figured we would listen to it because I want to hear Foodie get us all worked up about how she was pressured into wearing said hijab. I would call Kitty Oatmeal. Oatmeal's cute too. I like Winter, I like Blanche, and I like Oatmeal. But if I had to pick one of the three, I think I would go with Blanche. Maybe it's because I am a Golden Girls fan. I don't know. Burnett says, good morning, replay gang. Sending this as I'm walking past Orange Julep heading to brunch. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of you, Burnett. So someone asked the other day in the comments section after I did that stream where I was wearing the Orange Julep hoodie, if that was available for purchase. Burnett, thank you so much for the support, hon. Enjoy your day. That was sent to us by somebody in the community. I can't remember who because it was like quite a while ago, like 2-3 years ago maybe. And those came from Canada. Those are official Orange Julep hoodies. So, and that's what makes stuff like that cool. If you want to buy an Orange Julep hoodie, you have to actually go to said Orange Julep and purchase your Orange Julep hoodie. So I'm sure they are available for sale, but you got to go to Canada and you got to go to the Orange Julep in order to get one. Nomi says, I had a cat once, that same breed, named Sweet Caroline. Aw, is it like that cat is extra lovey? I don't think I've ever had a cat like Paul. He likes to be loved on, but nothing like that. Like that cat like is an actual stage 2 clinger. It's so true. Is that something about that breed maybe? Nomi, thank you so much for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Hey, Charlotte, good to see you. Okay. This is a Sunday morning look, the bummy look. It's totally fine. Tree's still not done. It is what it is. I've had a lot of shit I've had to take care of. I did add one ornament to the tree. That's actually an ornament that somebody sent me from the support group. It's a homemade Chantel and Salah ornament. I have some more. I got to look through my stuff, and I'm hoping that we can fill the tree with a bunch of support group ornaments. I have to see what I got. It's a kitten. Is that why you think it's super lovey? Because it's a kitty? My cat fell asleep in my arms when I held her at the ASPCA. She knew she was the one. Aw. Hey, Smith. Good to see you. I have a cat the same breed, and they are super clingy and lovey. Okay, also, we're going to be doing a giveaway for the emotional support group Christmas Tumbler. Let me get it pulled up. I want to show you guys the description of the Tumbler. Thanks so much to the hated AI. It is what it is, people. Okay. Here you have it. The emotional support pickle Christmas Tumbler. They know us so well, too. Rocking around my emotional support pickle, support group Christmas tumbler. Get ready to slay the holidays, girl. This festive 20-ounce tumbler features the ultimate support group icon, your very own emotional support pickle, rocking out under a pickle decorated Christmas tree, surrounded by cozy snowflakes, ornaments, presents, and a festive green background. This design brings all the chaotic holiday cheer your heart desires. Our chubby little pickle mascot is bundled up in their classic red support group hoodie, standing proud and ready to emotionally support you through all the Christmas madness, family drama, burnt cookies, last-minute shopping, you name it. Perfect for hot cocoa, iced coffee, beezer spray, or anything you sip while watching Girl World unfold. This tumbler is vibrant, funny, and 100% on brand for the support group community. Perfect for support group fans, holiday tumbler collectors, pickle lovers, emotional support beverage drinkers, and anyone who needs some festive nonsense in their life. So, if you would like to enter to win a emotional support pickle Christmas tumbler, make sure you leave a comment on the last live stream that we did, and I believe that was the Big Gary live, but I could be wrong about that. So make sure you check. It's just whatever live was we did before this one. Leave a comment and we will pick a winner before we leave today. Is it Mignette? I just found out my boyfriend is a What? Are you trolling? What? Okay, hold on. Let's read it. Shh, calm down, everybody. I just found out my boyfriend is a Salah. Now I'm out $7,000. I'm not easy to fool, but this one got me. Some of them are good. At least he didn't get as much from me as Salah had gotten from her. I'm so sorry to hear that, guys. Oh my God, $7,000? I've got questions. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but why? How did it get to $7,000? I'm so glad that I'm cheap. I'm cheap, and I'm tight, and wow, $7,000 is insanity. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, we are here to emotionally guide you through this hard time, okay? So anybody who's going through the same thing, hang in there. Wow. And thank you for the super chat, hun. 7K. Holy shit. Wicked Crafter says, my rag dog got super lovey when I had infections from my amputation. She was always nearby and devoted. Oh, that's so sweet, Wicked Crafter. So wait, are you telling us that you think that Chantel's about to get something chopped off? Are you telling us Big Chop 2025, 2026 is near and dear? That's interesting. All right. There's a lot of questions in the chat. Did you block him? Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support, hun. I just watched 1 minute of Cutie's new video. What a dunce. She really is. She surely is. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Guys, let's not listen. If you're in a relationship with somebody, there's no reason that they should be asking you for any kind of money. You know, if you want to, here's the thing. If you want to spoil your partner and you want to buy them things and, stuff like that, that's a little bit different. But if somebody's asking you for cash, especially if you guys haven't been together long, or especially if you're not married, red flag, bro. There's no reason that money should be exchanging hands with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Like I said, unless you've been together for years or unless you're married, red flag. Please, always a red flag. Mercio says, I genuinely think it's more than just defiance. Chantel must believe she can The reaction channels, if she breaks the TOS enough because she has another channel like editing, hers doesn't exist. I mean, maybe Ash agrees with what you say. That's interesting. I never really considered that. Thank you for the support. Morning person says any man who asks for money doesn't like you. Well, okay, listen. I don't want to necessarily say that. Like, dudes can fall on hard times too. And if, like I said, if you're with somebody for years and maybe you lost your job and you need help paying a bill or something, like, okay. But outside of that, don't do it. It'll really be that simple, and you'll save yourself a lot of heartache and, loss of funds, if you will. Okay. Mignette said he said his account was hacked and he's stuck in Germany with no food. All right. Well, is there any way you can possibly fight that with your bank? Or is it, something because it's international that makes that impossible to do? I hope there's something you can do. And I hope you can recover from that loss, because that's a big hit. If I lost $7,000, I'm going to be in tears for sure. Oh, I'm so sorry. And thank you for being a member for 15 months. That's crazy. They don't even necessarily ask. These scammers are very good at making people offer themselves. Unfortunately, kind people are easy target. You know what? That's you know what? You make a good point, Closer. That's kind of like the situation with the BBJ scandal, if you will. Same thing there. So yes, and it can fit any kind of situation. Pretty typical scammer. Complaint sticks somewhere in Hungary. Yeah, that's a classic scammer move. And let me tell you something, guys. People will have lots of education, went to college, have all these degrees, and no offense to anybody, but just not have a lick of sense. And I was talking to Sam about this the other day. I said, you know what? I'll take my little GED and a little bit of college that I have and all the common sense that I have over that life any days, because a lot of these people, they're just not aware of all the bad people that are out there, that people are willing to just scam you and say things and fake being sick and fake being hungry. But there's some really bad people in this world for sure. You got to protect yourself. I use crypto, so I don't know what I can do. Oh my God, this just keeps getting worse. What? Crypto? Thoughts and prayers, girl. That's all I can say. Crypto, huh? $7,000 worth of crypto? Ain't that something? I'm so sorry to hear it. Thank you for the support. Let this be a lesson to you ladies out there doing the international dating. Just not knock that shit off. Get somebody in your own damn country, for the love of God. I mean, you shouldn't even be dating outside of your city. Fucking Christ. No judgment. I'm just trying to help you guys out, okay? All right. Anyways, so don't forget to leave your comment to win a tumbler today. And so we're going to listen to Cutie. We're not going to be able to watch the video because I value my channel, unlike some cuties around here, okay? So let me get it pulled up because I want to hear her talk about how she was pressured into wearing the hijab, okay? Pressured by who? Pressured by what? What are you talking about? You're literally making this shit up. Are you talking about my bun? 30-30? Probably. So give me just a moment here. Let me get this figured out because I got to make it so she's not on the screen. There we go. Okay. So I think we got it. Salah abused her. I married a guy from Switzerland and it went okay, but seriously, I was lucky. Yeah, listen, there are always exceptions, right? It's not always going to end poorly, but a lot of times it can. So if you are international dating, protect yourself. If the international datee starts asking for funds, red flag. And by red flag, I mean cut that shit off immediately, okay? And I don't care if you've been talking to this person internationally for like 7 years. They should never ask you for money, ever. Bertha Boyle says, I have people accidentally message me and I mess with them for a bit so they leave others alone. Really, Bertha? Oh, man, that's crazy. You scare them off is what you're saying. I feel that. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Yeah, don't use crypto. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, I've never used crypto. Never. No, I'm too poor for crypto. Cash. I'm a cash kind of gal. Cash. Cash or card, baby. We ain't doing crypto around here. I do enjoy the Apple Pay as well. I ain't doing no crypto. No way. Okay, so listen, it's called Meatloaf Dinner. And on my other computer, I have the thumbs up, thumbs down ratio installed so you can see how many thumbs down she had. And I believe when I was watching it this morning, she had over 700 thumbs down. If you all can correct me if I'm wrong, please do. But I believe it was somewhere in the 700 range. And that's interesting compared to the kind of thumbs up and thumbs down that she's been getting on these videos. She's been getting major support. People have been thumbing up her video. They've been watching her stream. She's getting big numbers. And now she's pivoting back to mukbangs, number one. Then on top of that, she's going back to the hijab. She's obviously not giving her audience what they want. She's going backwards again. So finally, after all this time, this is what's crazy, right? After all this time, Foodie starts picking up momentum on her YouTube channel. And I mean, it has been in the toilet for months. She's been struggling. That channel has been on life support for 3 years. So she comes back to Canada and everybody's watching in her little group or whoever these people are. They're supporting, they're thumbs upping. They're like, this is the best content ever. I don't know why they would say that, but they do. I'm exaggerating, of course, but you get the point, right? And now that she's back and she's doing mukbangs and she's covering herself up and she's being super cocky, people aren't into it. I just can't imagine, Chantel, that finally after 3 years, you get some momentum back on your channel and you start to fucking do what caused it to tank before. It's a cosplay. And she wants to make it out like people just don't want to see Chantel change, or they don't want to see her be Muslim. And it has nothing to do with that. It's offensive, even to your trolls on your channel, in your community. It's offensive. They don't want to see that crap. They know it's all fake. They know that you're not that person and they're not interested in watching you be fake on your YouTube channel. Trash and Champagne says, I met my husband at Goodwill. Hell yeah. Don't give up, girls. That's actually fucking hilarious. Thank you for the support, Trash and Champagne. Bumble 8B says, Salah not flipping out over Pete spending the night tells me he's still scamming her. I am team Salah still scamming her. And I am team, if it wasn't for Salah's family, Foodie would be back in Syria. Like, Chantel's not wrong. It is his family. Good on them for doing it. I say, haha, middle finger right to both of their noses that this shit has to be over. And it's not because he loves you, Chantel. It's because he wants to keep an eye on his payday. And trust me, he's fuming that you're back in Canada and you've got all these bills and he's not going to get all that money now that they're in Syria and they don't have bills to pay. They don't have a car payment. They don't have to pay an apartment. He could have really been stacking some bread. And now Foodie had to go and run it and cause all those problems. And his family said, bloop, kind of like the BBJ rescue, bloop, back to Canada you go. I love that for both of them. I really do. Bumble 8B, thank you for the support. Camp said, I met my wife in Girl World. Really, Camps? You've probably told me that before, but holy shit. That is amazing. Hey, I love a Girl World lover story. That is fucking lit. And thank you for the support, hun. I'm going to need to know eventually more details about that. Maybe one of you guys can come on. We'll do a panel one day, like we used to do, those open panels, and people would come on and we'd have a good time. I got to hear your story. I got to hear more about that. And thank you for the super chat, hun. What Tat say? Hold on, I missed it. We're going to end the poll in just a second. Anything that goes wrong, she wants to blame it on Islamophobia. That is true. I met my husband at a bar. He picked up a glass of olives and said, I asked for a dirty martini, but this is ridiculous. And I was hooked. That's a great story. Your profile picture of a sumo Chantel is sending me. Isn't it great? I love it. He doesn't want her there, but he speaks to her for money. He's living in the family compound. Anyone take advantage of someone if they begged you to do it? Okay, I missed Tat's comment, but that's okay. It's still his father's house. So if he says no cutie, it means no cutie. I love that. Okay, let's end the poll. You definitely need a panel after all this scandal, Yaba. I'm sure the community wants to speak. I didn't even think about that. Do you guys want to do a panel talking about the French fry girl stuff? Do you all have things that you want to say for the people willing to take to mic? You don't have to take the camera, okay? And listen, who cares what the losers say, okay? They want to rain on our parade, so they pick on people, they make fun of people, they call us losers. We don't care about them. You got to block that shit out, okay? Don't be afraid to get your foot in the door and speak your mind. Okay. Yes, you want to do a panel? A 12-hour panel, Farah? Oh my God. I have promised a 12-hour stream. I don't know when I'll be able to get that in the schedule, but one day, and a pickle says people want their money back from donating to a special kidney food at $100 a bag. What is that, Pickle? What are you talking about? It's a big yes. When is best for people? I guess the 9 o'clock streams I feel like are too early, especially like for people on the West Coast and everything. So we're going to have to do like evening, middle of the day. Let me think about it and let me talk to Sam, and we will definitely do a French fry girl, BBJ, just girl world in general panel. All right. If you guys can hold it together and behave yourselves, we can definitely do that. Oh, the special food for BBJ. Oh my gosh. I forgot about that. Yeah, but we'll do the 12-hour stream when the ADHD allows. You got to catch it on the right. You got to catch her on the right day. That's true. You're not wrong, Buttercrumpet. One of these days, I'm going to go get medicated for my undiagnosed, out of control type 2 ADHD. Or maybe not, because I feel like that's the majority of my personality. Could you imagine if I actually simmered down? That's not going to be a good time for anybody. Camps, thank you for the support. Let's end the poll. Let's see here. Is Salah done? Ooh, it's pretty close. 57% say no and 43% say yes. Damn. I got to go with no. I'm going with no. So add me to the 57%, bump it up to 57.3 or some shit like that. Yes, Pulpy did made it to 20K. Shout out and congratulations to Pulpy. That's awesome. It is part of my charm. I agree with that for sure. Princess says FFG is a fraud and a scammer. Listen, guys, I do believe, this is my opinion. I don't want to say a whole lot about it because we'll dedicate another stream to that. Here's what I think, okay, as far as the Frenchie shit is concerned. I think it's just beginning. I think as more receipts are posted and things like talking about injections for BBJ, I think that's a big one. I think there was a lot of talk with FFG as far as like BBJ's arthritis injections that she had to get. It's going to depend on the timeline with that. I see people talking about special food. I think just about finances as far as BBJ is concerned, people are going to get more upset. Like a lot of people are in denial. So I don't even fault them for, standing behind their girl or whatever. They're in shock. They are not willing to believe. They're like, oh, you just hate Frenchie, so you're willing to say whatever. Or her brother's a liar. And it's going to take a little bit of time before they have their come to Jesus moment, if you will. And when that happens, things will definitely start to get really, really crazy for Frenchie. And not only that, like, I know Sam was doing a little bit of trolling as far as like saying that she was tagging the FB. That was just shits and giggles, right? But when you come down to it and you start putting things together, there's a very big possibility that this could be potentially criminal. If anybody in the right departments or however that works, they get the right information, I definitely think there's an at least bare minimum something to be investigated. So all this shit that's happening on YouTube could potentially be nothing compared to what actually could come from it. Not saying that, I have nothing to do with that. I can't make people, go investigate Frenchie for the crimes that she's committed on YouTube. But the story is going to go big and it's just begun. So we'll see what happens. Freya says, FFG supporters, change your YouTube name and spill it, girl. Yes, rebrand and come over here and tell us what you got to say, especially you, Big Dell. I wonder if Big Dell, now this is just a conspiracy. I have no idea if Dell even played a role in as far as like the Amy Flowers situation. But I do wonder if maybe Dell was somehow involved. And now is your time to speak up, Dell, and tell us where you stand with all of the BBJ Frenchie drama is concerned. It's up to you. Freya, thank you for the support, hun. Mignette says, I'm not asking for money, Freya. That's ridiculous. I just want to share with my support group. Who said, Freya, what do you mean she's asking for money? Let's simmer down. All right, everybody. All right. She was just sharing that, as Chantel got scammed to hell and back, she also has been in a somewhat similar situation. Mignette, don't worry about it, hun. Thank you for the support. Smith says, I was done with FFG more so many reasons, but when she attacked Yaba for being anti-Semitic and I saw what went down, I know then she was beat. Yaba did not deserve to be called that FF fraud. Lies. Yeah, I agree. That was a bunch of bullshit. Screw her. Fatman says, I have a lot to say, but it can only do nights and weekends. Okay. Again, Yaba saying Dell, not Dale. Listen, why do you gotta bully me about my accent? I feel like I'm the only motherfucker who gets shit for their reading comprehension or for their accent or for the way they speak. Y'all don't be giving nobody else no fucking smoke for the way that they talk. Just me. And you know what? That's totally fine. It is what it is. Alexis says, I'm medicated for my ADHD and it just helps me get stuff done, but I still have my sparkling personality. Really? So what you're saying, Alexis, is that I could be way more productive if I was medicated? Interesting. Definitely consider that. Okay. Thank you for the support. Is it Solanasia injections for the arthritis? Whatever that's called. I'm sure I did not pronounce that properly. But yes, the injections for the cat's arthritis, depending on if she was talking about said injections after the cat passed away, that's not going to be good. Grimmy, great. Thank you for the support, hun. Nikki Finn, she who shits herself, says, did you see Gary's supporters are threatening Pulpy after he streamed about everything yesterday? P.S. It was a good stream. Highly recommend it. Please, if you could, if you are a mod in the chat, share Pulpy's channel, his most recent stream, or the stream that he did, because I think he streamed since then, about the FFG situation. And this is a lot of the problems. And this is what we are basically putting a stop to. We're not going to be threatened. We're not going to be intimidated by people, commenters, audience members, Kiwi farmers. We're taking your power away. And when you take people's power away, this is what they resort to. They go over to the nicest person in the community and they start to threaten them. Well, go ahead with your threats. Nobody is worried about you. You're not going to make Pulpy have a different opinion. This is his opinion. He wants to share it with his community, and he is welcome to do that. Okay? Take their power away. Don't be intimidated by these people. Protect yourself. Protect your identity first and foremost. Okay? And I mean, after that, like, there's nothing these people can do to you. And take it from somebody, motherfucker, who knows. Okay? Take it from somebody who can tell you after being harassed for how many years at this point? 2 years on the Kiwi farms. There's nothing they can do to you. They wish. And that's why they get madder and madder, because normally they're able to scare people away, or they're able to get people to change their opinions, or they're able to get people to shut their fucking mouths. And I'm like, fuck you. I don't give a shit. There's nothing you losers can do to me. You've done it. You've played your hand. You've done it. There's nothing you can do. Fuck you. And that's how it needs to be. Here going forward, we're taking away their power. No more being scared of not being able to say what you want to say and have your opinion. Listen, if I don't like your fucking ass and you want to be a fucking Gary supporter, I don't fucking care. Block and move on. That's where I draw the line. I don't want to fucking deal with you. Block and move on. It doesn't need to go any further than that. It's that simple. Block and move on. Somebody on Twitter comes and talks shit underneath my post. Block and move on, bitch. all this threat and say you're going to do this and say you're going to do that. Shut up. You ain't going to do shit. What are you going to do? Nothing. That intimidation bullshit does not work anymore. She shits herself. Thank you so much for the support, hon. I appreciate you. Charity fraud is basically, yes, Teddy Pigs. Absolutely. Dell, thank you for the support, hon. I found a maple leaf on my pillow this morning. You don't think it was Gary sending me a message, do you? A warning, if you will. Wicked Crafter says Sassay should file a criminal complaint with the Mountainese for her $20. I'm curious to see I'm going to be honest. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I really don't want to be involved in that. I feel like we, the community, me, Charlie, whoever is reporting on this, like we're bringing you the news. We're giving you the receipts. We're showing, my wife is streaming about it too. She's back in action finally, feeling better. She streamed last night for like 3 hours. I had to go to race practice. She had to have pictures done. I had to take my son out to shop for his girlfriend. We ended up at Burlington. And let me tell you something. Burlington this time of year is insane. The line was all the way almost at the back of the store. Okay. And so then we had to go to Walmart and then we had to go all the way home. And by the time I had got home, she had just got done streaming. Anyway, so as far as like what happens, as far as people requesting their money back or making reports, that's on the community. We're going to report it. We're going to show you the receipts. We're going to, play our clips, do our live streams, and it's going to be up to the community and the people who pick up on these stories, what happens going forward. That's it. You miss Burlington. I got some, I really wanted to get, some like Christmas blankets because the last time we went to Burlington, they had all these cute Halloween blankets. So I knew for sure they would have some and they really didn't have much. Ray got a really cute Care Bears Christmas throw blanket, but they really didn't have anything. People pick through that shit fast. But I did get some cute rugs, one for outside and one for inside. I got a Frosty one and a Snoopy one. Stores are a battleground at Christmas. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be back here until after Christmas. That shit. And it was Saturday, mind you. It was Saturday. So that shit was insane. Shopping Saturday afternoon is already crazy, but you go around Christmas time. No way. No, thank you. Drama B says that she could declare all that money with the tax man. Drama B, again, I'm going to assume that she did. I don't have anything that tells me that she didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to get up here and speculate that she didn't do this and she didn't do that because I feel like that will take away what we know that she did do. You know what I'm saying? And like, if there was something to kind of, other than that she's a really bad person. So yeah, if you want to go with that, I guess, yeah, you could question whether or not that she did. The only thing that I want to question, like the main part of this that I don't have the for sure on, is that people keep saying that they are for sure 100% that BBJ was taken, that she had a better 8 months than she ever had. And I'm like, how do you know that? Like, we have enough information about this person, things that she has said, to absolutely question whether or not that BBJ was in better care the last 8 months of her life. Oh, she went with Frenchie. She went with somebody who hated her mom, who hates cats, who smokes like a motherfucker, double fisting cigarettes. And you want me to believe, other than me just wanting to lie to myself, so I just, can hope that's what happened, so I don't have to think about what really the situation was like? No fucking way do I think that. You get paid the day before Thanksgiving, it's going to be hell. Hopefully you can go early, damn you kids. Drama Beat, thank you for the support. Shelly Ray says, Yaba, I love your accent along with your sparkling personality. Also, did you get my email on the Piggy Light? Yes, and thank you so much. I did get your email about the Piggy Light, Shelly Ray, and I got you, girl. And I got to message you about something else because I just realized who you were. Anyways, I'll send you a message privately. It's nothing bad. I just seen something that caught my eye and I was like, holy shit, that's so crazy. What are the odds? Remind me later, Sam. You know what I'm talking about. Shelly, thank you so much for the support, hun. Hey, don't be coming here bullying my wife. What the hell's wrong with you? Everybody loves Sam. Get out of here. Get out of here. She screen recorded that proof video. No one knows when it actually was recorded. I believe the date. I think the date on the video was probably true. I Love Black Cat says, Dirtneck heard that Cutie was boring, so she kindly offered herself as our next locale. I mean, seriously, because if she comes back and tries to do reactions, can you imagine how bad they're going to be? Oh my God. No, Farah, we were not watchers of Frenchie either. Absolutely not. So we're there with you as well. FFG's Modi come Fuba. Oh, it's Badussi. He wasn't even rude on his stream at all. Her followers are worse than the Beezers. Like, he literally wasn't even nasty. People are in their feelings. So I watched Gorlick Bread's coverage. I've watched Salty Crab. I have not watched Pulpy yet, but I will. I've watched Zachary Michael. I've watched Charlie. And of course, I watched my wife. Now, people are really in their feelings. It doesn't matter how you present this content to people. It's not going to matter. They are pissed off. They do not want to accept that their queen has fallen from grace. And that's just the reaction that the community is going to have for a couple weeks at least. But thank you for the support, hun. Falafel Reacts is another good reaction channel. I agree. I feel like Falafel got into some shit with Dee and Dishwasher. I remember when that happened. I Love Black Cats. Thank you so much for the support. Somehow I got you guys mixed up in the comment section. I think I'm almost caught up. Hey, Ard. Good to see you, hun. Lord Almighty. Pulpy covers Salty's Crabs on that stream. Oh, okay. That was, oh my God. Your son is out here howling. Do you hear Jackson's man bark? Jackson, what is wrong with you? He barks like a man. Babe, are you here? Hold on, please. I know she left. Jackson, come here. What's wrong, bub? What do you hear? When you know Jackson barks, you better pay attention. Okay, Agnes, for real. Oh, there she is. What is he barking at you? Did you hear him? He was going on and on. He's still going. You better go let him see what's going on. He hears Ray on the Oculus. Just Deb says, FFG, the one who hates cats, saved BBJ from being euthanized, then made $300,000, then lied and euthanized BBJ. Karma is coming, Dirtneck. I agree with that 1,000%, Deb. Absolutely. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Foodie's Canadian privilege. Love your name. Most states have statutes about fraud by false pretense, which is criminal. Maybe Gary is about that mafia life. You know, when you think about it, though, so, God, I feel like we're getting so off track here, but it's totally fine. I have to leave on time today, guys. So let me try to get through what I got to say about Gary. So the whole mafia thing is really like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you claiming that you're with the mafia? In her members only most recent stream, it's like a picture of the Sopranos sitting down for dinner. So maybe she really is going for that mafia type lifestyle. Maybe she has completely created this fantasy inside of her head. And as a 40-something-year-old woman, and now is going to start, creating some kind of like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like, circle of crime. Well, what do you say? Because she's paying people to stay quiet. Hey, Manning, good to see you. It's a whole thing. I mean, I think you missed it, though. I think in your 40s, you're probably, at the point where you want to retire from the mafia. Not that I have any idea how that works. I'm just assuming. I have no clue. Foodie's Canadian privilege. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Spite Lies says FFG equals scamming nutter. Walmart Foodie Scooty says FFG loved BBJ, but only as her first place Chantel trophy. Also, my accent is even worse than yours. Walmart Foodie Scooty, thank you for the support, hon. I appreciate you. I really don't honestly know what her feelings are towards the cat. The whole situation is weird. And again, we'll talk more about that another day, or we're just going to be repeating ourselves. It's all so weird. I know, Jackson, simmer down, sir. My word. What if the dogs heard BBJ and that's why she hid that BBJ died? Speculation, though. Oh, that's probably what Jack heard. We just had a delivery. God, they're so smart. Here's what concerns me. The video that she put out was so sus. like we all have cell phones, right? We record on our cell phones, and even if you don't have a really good phone, I don't understand the lifestyle that Frenchie lived. Like maybe she's smart with her money. I don't know, but like that's like, do you know how bad your phone has to be in order to be recording like that? That's some really, really bad quality, like really bad quality. But anyways, the quality was so bad. The way that she positioned these videos and like it was a screen recording. And then the worst part of it all was the fact that it was muted. It was muted. Like, and I'm like, why, if you're sitting here saying that the cat is playing with its dog brother, why would you have the video muted? I mean, I can guess why, you know. My 20-year-old track phone takes better pictures. Yeah, that shit is so weird. Anyways, again, we'll wait and see what more comes out about the situation. We'll see if she eventually comes back and answers questions that so many people have. Milk Tea did a great video explaining about the change of TOS. I found it fascinating. Thank you for that, Cindy. I'll definitely check that out. Cheap. She's a cheap penny pincher, I guess. Okay, let's listen to what Chantel has to say. We're not going to be seeing her eat on camera. We will be hearing her, so I do apologize for the eating noises, but that in her—
Hello.
Oh, simmer down there, Chantel. This is where she's talking about the hijab being back, and she got herself a new high chair, by the way. Did you notice that? She has a new high chair. She has a place where her Coke just goes down into it. I love that, Chantel. One of your first main purchases being back in Canada is a brand new adult toddler high chair. Good for you. Hello, Sammy in Brooklyn. She used low-level mob tactics. At the end of the day, it was fraud. The dog who could have gotten to poor BBJ just speculating. And really, you either leave, you leave things like you leave it open for people to speculate, or you tell people what happened, right? So you can't fault people for coming out here and saying something like, oh, maybe the dog did something to BBJ. Or, oh, I don't know, maybe BBJ passed away because of uncontrolled type 2 smoking inside of the house because she wasn't in good condition as it already was. Like you're leaving room for people to speculate by not answering questions and not telling people what happened. So you can't even be mad that people are out here saying shit like this. That was up to you. Even a dog playing could have hurt frail BBJ. I agree with that. And Sammy in Brooklyn, thank you for the support, hon. And don't forget, guys, leave your comment on the last live stream that we did. And I think it was the one we did on Gary. Let me just look and see. Damn it. Let's see. Yes. It is titled French Fry Girl Confirms BBJ's death and Chris is her brother. So I'm going to go ahead and post that link in the chat. Leave your comment, and we are going to pick a winner after, before the stream's over, at the end of the stream. Okay, Chantel, back to you.
Foodie beauties. It's the holiday season, and what better gift to give someone you love than a personal video from me they can keep forever and ever.
I just find this very rich coming from somebody who doesn't even celebrate Christmas. You want people to buy your holiday Christmas Santa Claus themed cameos, and then you want to tell people that you don't celebrate Christmas? What the? You're just insulting people. KK says the creator to focus on Foodie Beauty will get all of my money. Well, KK, that's great to hear. I can tell you this much. It won't be me. Maybe somebody else, but it's definitely not going to be me. No. And it's not going to be Charlie, and it's not going to be a lot of people. And we don't have to just focus on Foodie Beauty. That's boring, especially when you're talking about scamming and taking advantage of vulnerable people, animal lovers throughout the community. We wouldn't be doing you all any kind of service if we just ignored and acted like this shit wasn't happening. You know, and I feel like the majority of creators have at least acknowledged it. And I think that's very responsible on their part, because you share an audience with this person who just ran the biggest scam in girl world. So for you to sit there and try to just play it safe and not even acknowledge what just happened, you're not doing your audience any kind of service by acting like it didn't happen. So unfortunately, KK, no offense, But I don't think that's going to be a whole lot of people and throughout the community. Rojo says, yeah, but the amount of money FF fraud made in her scam is criminal 100%. Why isn't she demonetized by YouTube? Well, that's a whole nother story, Rojo. Like, you got to understand that YouTube doesn't even have any idea that this is happening. Okay. It's not on their level. Will it reach their level? I mean, there's a possibility. It depends on who picks it up and who starts covering it. You know, there were big creators who picked up the scandal with Chantel and the fundraising and the Sasa scandal, and nothing happened. So maybe it will get on their radar. Maybe it won't. It's not easy for that to happen. And thank you for the support, hun.
Get yours now. And yes, I am Muslim, but I can still wish you a happy holiday. Get your cameo today.
I have merch.
Oh, hair.
Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a homemade meatloaf dinner. So yes, we're gonna have dinner together. Nothing more, nothing less. We are just eating, which is not a crime. Let's dig in. Bismillah.
Nothing more, nothing less. We're just eating. It's not a crime. There she goes, already being very defiant. Already being very defiant, telling YouTube all about their TOS. You have new TOS violations. I don't care. There's nothing wrong with me sitting here and eating some meatloaf and broccoli and mashed potatoes on my YouTube channel. It's not a crime. Miss T says a creator who doesn't just focus on foodie beauty will get my money. Oof. Thank you for that, Miss T. I appreciate you, girl. KK, to be quite honest, you've been a fence rider for a long time. And now when where your stance is in this situation is what matters the most. You telling us that focusing on foodie beauty when this kind of scam was just run through this community, you're part of the problem, honey. You're part of the problem. You're willing to look the other way because of your hate for Chantel. You're willing to say, hey, I don't care that one of the reactors collected $300,000 off of a cat that was dead. I don't care. I just want you guys to point out that Foodie Beauty's eating on camera when there are new TOS violations going on. Like, come on, man. That just doesn't make any sense. That would put us in the same category as Foodie Beauty herself. And we're just not about that life. Miss T, thank you so much for the support, hun. Taz hello. I made your version of banana pudding while listening to your stream Friday night. I brought it to our volunteer dinner last night. Huge hit. I knew you would love it. Well, I can listen. I am not Paula Deen. Okay. I cannot take credit for said recipe, but that recipe from Paula Deen with the, if you add in some of those vanilla wafers, it's a fucking hit. You're never going to miss. I love it too, Taz. And I'm so glad you tried it. And thank you for the support. She's showing off her new chin level high chair table. Exactly. FFG Modicum Fupa says FFG needs to be held accountable, especially since FFG demands from others and sets on her community or sicks her community on people. Please don't let up. I have no intentions. I am going to see this through until the bitter end. And to me, especially right now, while Foodie is being very, very boring, there's not a whole lot that she's willing to give us. Hell, she won't even show us her apartment. Look, dude, I really thought that Foodie was, if she was going to come to Canada and she was going to stay in Canada, I pretty much assumed that she was going to say, fuck it. There's no point of me trying to hide where I live. I got to make content, especially because I got bills to pay. She was going to be cooking in the kitchen. We were going to see Box Mountain. There was going to be some excitement to be had. I really did not honestly think that Foodie was going to come to Canada and give us Syrian content. I didn't think Foodie was going to come to Canada and give us Kuwaiti content. I really honestly, for whatever reason, thought that she was going to go back to give us some kind of content like she did in the villa. And now I'm just like, yeah. And so with that being said, with all of this other shit going on with FFG, in order to keep people somewhat entertained, and not to say that that's a good kind of entertainment, but it's a very hot topic. It's going on as we speak. So to mix it in with the Foodie Beauty, I think people are going to want that other than just sitting here watching Chantel sealing in her bed, petting her cat that she doesn't need to have in the first place. You know what I mean? But Issy, thank you for the support, hun. Deborah says, why is she suddenly doing mukbangs? Before the TOS stuff, she hadn't really done one in Canada, right? Am I just crazy? Defiance disorder. Because YouTube is telling people don't do this kind of content. And she's like, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyways. That's why she went back to doing mukbangs. And it's easy money for her. She's like, oh, well, I already got started, so I might as well keep going. This works. Deborah, thank you for being a member, hun. A cow is a cow. Bring on the drama. I don't care who it is. Listen, we're always going to be covering Foodie. Maybe sometimes Amber. She's pretty boring right now. She's ran herself off of the platform. But yeah, when there's drama to be talked about, why would we not? Oh, Gorlick's in the chat. Hello, Gorlick. I've been listening to your coverage. I'm going to tell you, yesterday I was pivoting back and forth between you and Charlie. You had me fucking laughing, bro. The way that you were dragging Frenchie. That shit was funny. Hold on just a second. Oh, there we go. If we don't talk about this, we are everything the failed reactors claim we are. Blind hate for Chantel at all cost. FFG earned this. Great point. Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Hello, Nikki P. Good to see you. Missing Mimic says FFG committed a crime, in my opinion. I can't imagine if I was to ever do something like this in the community, why would people not be talking about it? Like, it doesn't matter. Who the person is does not matter. It doesn't matter. It could be Gorlick. It could be Charlie. It could be me. It could be Pulpy. The coverage should be the same. It shouldn't change because of who it is. I don't think so, Manning. I don't think this she'll necessarily go back to Syria, but I do believe that Salah is whispering sweet nothings into her ear to make her believe that she might be allowed back one day, just to see if she'll continue to send funds to him. But I don't, as far as her going back, no time soon. Deb says, I renamed the banana recipe to slap your mama. Oops. All right, Debs. Well, thank you for being a member for 11 months. That works. They just seem like useless people. They are rude and mean and abuse animals. Okay, we're caught up now. Sorry about that.
Love Beauty Bites. We have some buttered, salted, steamed broccoli. Mashed potato. I have so much broccoli. And meatloaf. Oops, with cheese on top. I love meatloaf. And of course, gotta have a dill pickle on the side, huh?
She is being so extra with this food and the way that she's eating it. It's obviously she's doing it like as a stick it in your fucking face. I'm going to do what I want to do. This is exactly how she treated Smee as a kid, as a teenager.
Oh, we're having something wonderful to eat.
Closer, you think she's going back? Well, she hasn't been live. Not to say that she's traveling because she was Mario Beezing according to her community tab post, but I don't know. I'm not saying that it's completely out of the question for Chantel to return to Syria. I think there's still a possibility. Oh, it's not just about YouTube, my love of crafts. It's also about just people, because she feels like the people are getting pleasure over the fact that she's not going to be allowed to eat on the internet. So it's not just like she's telling YouTube, F you. She's also feels like she's telling the haters. It's not just about YouTube.
It's like one of those laughs.
She's like, you guys think that I'm not going to be able to eat on my YouTube channel anymore? I'm going to show you.
Top holder things.
Imagine being 41 years old and still trying to show people, you know, at the cost though. At her only income is what she's willing to risk to show people she's going to do whatever the fuck she wants on her YouTube channel. If she finds a way over there, the language barrier, she'll go back whether he wants her there or not. Yeah, that's true. Rojo says, in my opinion, Chantel hated Canada even more because FF Stalker was going real life every time she flew back. That definitely did not help the situation. I do agree. Absolutely. Rojo, and thank you for the super chat. No, it's just the audio, guys. You're not going to see the video. But she does talk about the hijab, and that's what I'm waiting for her to get into once she gets past, you know, rubbing it in the face of haters that she's still going to eat.
Good Good Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, some 3% milk and salt.
Did she say 3% milk? What's 3% milk? I've never heard of 3% milk. Is that like whole milk or something? What's 3% milk? I know 2%. 2% in whole milk. What's 3%? I'm not aware. Hey, Fondue. Good to see you, hun. I heard it was taken down and she filled a whatever it's called out and YouTube put it back up. Sometimes they'll put it back up. Sometimes they won't. It's milk in a bag. Oh, she said 2%. Maybe I misheard.
One of those laptop holder things. Good Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, some 3% milk and salt.
Nah, she said 3%. 3% milk, fat. We have 2%. Maybe Canada has 3. Yeah, maybe. Canadian do shit different. You know, apparently she didn't turn up to Mario Bees. Really? Okay, you know, thank you for that information. Interesting. Okay, so we have breaking news. It seems that Foodie Beauty did not turn up to Mario Bees last night, guys. That means she hasn't been seen on the internet or on her Nintendo in 24 hours at this point? Maybe she's on her way back to Syria. Dun, dun, dun. Charlotte says, I don't want to see her smug mug anyways. That's right, Charlotte, because she's being extra smug in these videos. Thank you for the super chat, hun.
So, guys.
Yes.
I thought today I would talk about the hijab. Because people are confused. I get it. So am I sometimes.
Are you fucking serious? Unbelievable. Then listen. So yes, I was reading what Fondue said. It was her payday. She got paid. Then she tried to throw people off and say that she was Mario Beeson, didn't show up. And so she just completely ghosted her community. Yeah, I know. Hey, girl. 3% milk is from the extra fat cows. 3% milk, 97% fat. Uh-huh. Well, all right. If you say so. Fondue says, don't lecture us about your hijab when you get high as balls. You're mocking Islam is infuriating. Yes, Fondue. Agreed. And again, she's using the hijab at this point to rage bait. And she's doing it because she doesn't want to look at herself. She's sick of looking at herself. She's like, I can't fucking believe this is what I really look like. So I might as well just go ahead and cover myself up. Can you guys hear me now? Now she's saying you can't hear anything. What about now? Oh, for the love of God. They're saying they can hear. I think you're still behind, babe. Sorry about that.
There are a lot of Muslims who do not wear hijab, okay? There are Muslims who do. There are Muslims who believe it was ordained by Allah to wear the hijab. And there's some who believe that it's not mandatory. It's more of a cultural thing. Your beliefs are personal.
So what is your belief, Chantel? Are you going to sit here and give us a reason of why you feel like you need to wear the hijab now that you're back home in Canada, now that you've told everybody that you're agnostic and you're not a believer and you've ripped it off and you get high and you cuss and you eat pork? So what is your reason for wearing the hijab, Chantel? Go ahead, tell us.
When I came back to Canada, I felt the pressure to remove the hijab, and like I shouldn't let myself be pressured like that.
Pressure from who? So you're telling us that you felt pressure when you got back to Canada to remove it. Pressure exactly from who? Does she go on to say who pressured her to remove? Who would look at Foodie and say, Foodie, why don't the reason people have said that you should not be wearing hijab is because you're LARPing as a Muslim and it's insulting. So if you're agreeing that, yes, I'm LARPing as a Muslim, and you basically have since you've been back, I wouldn't necessarily say that pressure to remove the hijab without saying because I'm LARPing as a Muslim to go along with that. And you have not done that. You're going to skip all around that part. And that's the most important part out of that situation.
That's just stupid. But I did. I reverted 3 years ago. And
her hair fibers are out and she's broke. I'm dead.
Well, I never denounced Islam since then. Since taking my Shahada. When I came to Canada, I became a bit agnostic.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I just want to make sure. Oh boy. I want to make sure that I'm following along, right? So when you came to Canada, which was how long ago, guys? Are we looking at a month at this point? She's been in Canada for like a month. Let me tap it back because I got to hear this again.
3 years ago.
Fondue says saying she felt pressure to remove the hijab is not the same excuse of Big Gary saying she felt pressure about not telling the community about BBJ passing. Damn, Fondue. Exactly. Banger. Thank you for the super chat, Fondue. She was on Mario last night. I went into her game right before she quit. People were in there playing with her. Okay, so we stand corrected. Trash Pandy says there was POL of Chantel and Mario beezing last night. All right, that's interesting. Let me go ahead and get my Switch out.
And well, I never denounced Islam since then. Since taking my Shahada. When I came to Canada, I became a bit agnostic.
How the fuck do you come to Canada and you leave Syria, you come to Canada, and in such a short amount of time, you become agnostic? How does this happen? Like, seriously, I guess I just don't understand. I just feel like religion is just so, if you're going to be a religious person or spiritual, that's just such a big part of your life. Like, it's so important. There's so much to be put into it as an adult. With a kid, it's different. We've talked about that. But with it as an adult, it's just such an important part of life. So how do you go from one to the other, then back to the other in the matter of a month? I'm sorry. How does one do that?
I have been wearing the hijab for 3 years. And it honestly just feels weird without it.
The portion size is insane. This is exactly what YouTube does not want on their platform. If they're going to allow people to eat, which again, I'll have to go watch Milk Tea's video to see what she says about it. I can't imagine that this is what they want to be allowed, because these are not normal portion sizes. This is enough for 2 people in one setting. The amount of broccoli and the amount of mashed potatoes and the amount of hamburger with cheese and meatloaf, it's highly disordered, and they don't want that kind of shit on their platform. And you're like, I don't care if you want on your platform. I think that I'm above the rules and I'm going to do it anyways. And that shit is eventually going to catch up to you, Chantel. Nah, I'm just telling you. Wicked Crafter says posing hijab while setting on the religion is not a state of being for her. It's a hijacking. Ooh. Wicked Crafter agreed, and thank you for the super chat. Hello, Peace Frog. Good to see you. Zebracorn says, I'm actually LOLing. I need to see scans of her brain. Me too. Because listen, of course, is there a level of trolling that's involved here? To an extent, a very small extent. But this is really honestly how Chantel's brain works. Hey, Kalama Mayhem, good to see you. And somebody said it in chat, like, Foodie will switch religions like she changes her fucking underwear. Okay. Once every 3 weeks, expect her to change how she feels as far as religion is concerned. Hello, Seattle Sapphires, a low carb world. Replay gang, just waking up. What did I miss? Nothing too big, but it's worth the catch up on 2 times speed, or maybe replaying after we get done here. Good to see you, hon. Thank you for the support. Hey, Veggie Bomb. Good to see you. It's not Saturday, it's Sunday, right? Today's Sunday. Weekend flies.
I mean, I feel like hijab is a personal choice. It's a choice. No matter what, you're not obligated to explain to anyone. Your religious beliefs.
There are no religious beliefs, Chantel. That's the whole problem. This honestly, it's just so repetitive, and I'm getting sick of listening to myself say the same shit over and over and over. You remember when you were in Syria and you were discussing coming back to Canada, and you were talking to your aunt and she was telling you how you need to check in, and you were like, yeah, she's not wrong. I absolutely need to go back to Canada and I need to check in ASAP. It's time. Seriously, because I do believe, again, that to an extent you are trolling, you are rage baiting, but she's so funkled. You know, like when you troll. Like, that's it. It's a joke. You do it. You do what you got to do and you cut the fuck out, right? Ha ha ha, shits and giggles, all that. But her level of trolling, here's the crazy part of it, and this is going to sound insane, but her level of trolling, she gets to a point to where she convinces herself it's legit, right? Like, it starts out as a joke and I'm just going to do it to piss the... But before you know it, she believes the bullshit that's coming out of her mouth. It is fucking fascinating to still at this point in this 3-year journey of the Middle East and the Muslim arc, the LARPing as a Muslim, whatever you want to call it, that we are still, this is still a topic at hand. There's no way in the world that a person is reverting to being a Muslim 3 years into this and you are still explaining why you did just exactly that. Nobody does that. It's unheard of, right? Because they've actually committed themselves. They're doing what they're supposed to do as a Muslim, right? They're actually following the religion. They learn about it. Nobody's questioning them. You think she believes her own lies? Yes, Hectic Llama. But Foodie is explaining herself 3 years later because she's trying to convince herself that this shit is legit. And she knows nobody's going to believe it. You speak. Why? Because you tell on yourself. Whenever you get mad at Salah and you want to come home and then you rip off the hijab and you're sitting on your bed and it looks like you're naked, like, all this is done intentional. And you do that shit because you never took the religion serious. Not one day in your life have you ever taken the religion serious. So you're still explaining yourself 3 years later because you don't even believe your own bullshit. Hello, Mrs. Camps. Basically, Peter traveled an hour and a half to bring Foodie Beauty the Switch and then piss off. It makes sense. Also, I would love to do a panel and bring on Mr. Camps. Yes. So we have a Mr. and Mrs. Camps, and their love story is that they met in Girl World. Now, that is one we got to hear. We'll be down for it. When I'm going to sit down with Sam today and figure out when we can do a date for this panel. It's going to be epic. I'm super excited. And thank you for being a member for 8 months. Let's see. The kids' last day of school is Tuesday. So if I can get my shit together as far as Thanksgiving is concerned, maybe we'll do something like Tuesday night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We're not going to be able to fit everybody's schedule, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be possible. So some people may have to watch on the replay. But we'll figure something out. Mrs. Camps, thank you for being a member for 8 months, hon. Dale says she's still learning what her beliefs even are. There are no beliefs is the thing. She's not learning shit. Have you ever met somebody, especially a 41-year-old adult, that's talking about learning shit just so they can convince other people that they really want to learn stuff? Isn't that shit like fuck with your brain? Because it makes no sense whatsoever. Your kids is Tuesday too? Yeah, I'm pretty sure my kid's last day is Tuesday. So we might be able to do it Tuesday night. Again, depends on how much I get done as far as Thanksgiving. What was I going to say, though? I had something else I wanted to add to that before I move on. It'll come back to me. Dale, thank you for the support, hon. Dale.
Any of that. I find there's a lot of judgment among other Muslims. I'm like,
They should. They absolutely should be judging you. Hello, boho chick. She is cosplaying for Salah and even more to avoid YouTube demonetization. Oh, I can get down with that too, for sure. Say Dale. I'm really trying to understand, Chantel, outside of what you're saying out of your mouth. I understand that you all cannot see the video, but she still got a big slab of meatloaf on her plate. She still has a big pile of mashed potatoes, broccoli, and the crunching that you are hearing is pickles. What about this meal goes with pickles? Isn't eating that pickle like messing with your palate, eating your meatloaf, your mashed potatoes, and your broccoli? That's like the third pickle that she's had thus far. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It's not a meatloaf. No, it's pickles. That's the jar of pickles that you hear. Okay, zebra corn. Yes. You know what? I still have emails and I've seen them in my email and I've kind of like kept them where I haven't read them yet because I want those to be new. That's something else I need to figure out. That art thing that we talked about. So yes, that's coming in the open panel. And hopefully within the next week, we're going to get both of those things started. And thank you for being a member, hun.
especially among reverts. God would not want you to judge others, okay? Period. But especially others just like trying to find their way, their own journey.
You do not have a gallbladder. You cannot have pickles. Really? Well, Bertha Boyle, it's a meatloaf dinner mukbang. So how long do you think she eats? Okay, the video is 11 minutes and 22 seconds long. So the odds are she eats for 11 minutes and 22 seconds. The sounds are worth without zoning out on her face. I might have to dip if it's like this. Bertha Boyle, listen, we understand, okay? We're going to need you to try to be a team player, but if it's too much for you, I understand. I totally get it. But this is better. There's actually more substance here in this 11-minute video where she's eating than, in my opinion, than her live streams that she just did. Maybe the 3-hour one was better, but the 1.5 hour one that she did that I watched, dude, that's a snoozer. I put that shit on, it's going to be like this. And then she's just going to be talking because I'm not going to have anything to say other than, okay, the cat's cute. I got nothing. So if you want me to be able to give you some kind of discussion, I got to have something to work with. And she ain't giving me nothing to work with. I mean, this is something. I get it. I know the eating noises are bad. Listen, I'm a professional at this point, okay? Chantel could be eating 24/7 and talking, and I'm like, whatever. I'm good over here. It's just something I've picked up along the way. And at this point, you should have too. Thank you for the super chat, hun. And Cal says, don't ever change how you speak or apologize for who you are. These assholes wish they were as personable as you. You have them scrambling and they can't stand it. Well, that was nice, Cal. You really glazed me up that time. I appreciate that on this Sunday morning. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Oh, she's still complaining, for the love of God. My misophonia is saying it's not better. I'm trying to hang in. I'm a team player. You know that. I can't tell. You got this, girl. It's going to be fine. You're going to make it through. You're going to be okay. Listen, I'll tell you this much, okay? It's times like this when it's hard to stick it out in the support group, and then just the Chantel community, the Chantel verse in general, because it's times like this that we stick it out, and when she rages and she cries and she shows her ass, that make it worth it, you know? Like, you get through this to get to that. It's a package deal. You can't just be like, I'll be back when she rages. No, man, you got to stick it out through the hard shit too. Come on now. You know how the shit works. Thank you for the support. You got this. Kelly says she probably didn't buy salt, so she uses the pickles as salt. Who knows? That's pretty weird. That's pretty weird, but yeah, you're probably right. She probably definitely uses the sodium from the pickles as salt replacement in her dinner. Weird. Kelly, thank you for being a member for 50 months. Dang, girl.
I enjoyed making this meal for myself. Nice balanced meal. The only thing missing is gravy on the mashed potatoes. I didn't have any gravy. Like, how can I not have gravy? But whatever. Well, I love broccoli.
She's such a loser. Literally, all I can think about is what a loser she is. Aaron says Foodie only worships at the church of poor decisions and diarrhea. Aaron, thank you so much for the super chat. I sometimes I don't say things because I don't want to offend people. Like, and it's dumb shit, right? And listen, living alone and being alone can sometimes be a blessing. So do not take this the wrong way, but damn, man. I'm just imagining being a sad, lonely sack of shit, not by choice. Like, if you're single by choice and you're living alone by choice, that's a choice and that's a blessing, right? But when you're forced to live alone, like Chantel is, she would love nothing more than to have some Syrian man laid up in her house and she's gunting around for, right? That's just not the case, unfortunately. So she's sad, she's lonely, she's bitter, and she's making this meatloaf. And like, this woman won't even take the time to wipe her own ass. But somehow she managed to make meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Like, how does that even happen? How do you have somebody that's so lazy that will just throw trash on their floor, have a box mountain, won't clean out a litter box, will not wipe their ass, but they managed to make an entire meatloaf for them to eat? That shit is wild to me. I don't know, man. So Lucy Goosey says she probably sat the whole time like Rosie does. And can I tell you something? Since you've basically middle fingered YouTube's new terms of service or whatever, I'm going to do what I want. Couldn't you have at least gave the people what they want to see? Because like I said, this video, I'm pretty sure had like 700 thumbs down on it. If you would have made this video, made this meal on a live stream or made this meal and used it as a vlog for your channel, don't you think people would have enjoyed that content a lot more than you just sitting here being defiant, telling your audience? Then here's the thing. You got Turd Drop all upset because she's like, oh my God, Chantel's gonna get terminated off the YouTube platform. And what am I supposed to do then? Tracy's wearing her little Texas heart out. She's like, here she goes, being defiant. YouTube's going to get her. And then what are we going to do? And at least you could do is give your audience, Tracy and the Turd Drops and Wanda the Wallet, give them some real fucking content other than you being defiant, willing to risk it all for not only you, but for them as well. Because if you go bye-bye, then Turd Drop, I mean, she's going to lose her shit. She's going to end up in a mental institution. Same with Tracy and same with Wanda the Wallet. Won't you think of the people, Chantel?
So I'm basically just, yes, I have the hijab back on for now. Feels better for me right now. Anyway, that's just what I'm doing.
And I'm not going to tell you all. I'm not going to tell you all no more because I know there are some trolls. Look, I'm not stupid. Okay. Well, I am sometimes, but for the majority of the part, I'm not dumb. I know a lot of you motherfuckers are over there trolling Chantel and you're a part of her community. I don't fucking care. But stop giving her shit about the hijab. I've done told you all to go along with it. From now on, these are the rules, okay? And if you don't abide by these rules, you're fucking out of here. And you can't rebrand and come back, okay? If you were going to troll and be a part of her community, number one rule, do not question her about the hijab because that's what she wants. Number two, you tell her how amazing she looks in it, how great she looks in it, okay? If you're going to do stuff like that, oh, wow, yes, Muslim Chantel. You're the most Muslim woman there ever was. You look fantastic. Those are the fucking rules. Don't let me find out otherwise, okay? Salty Blonde says, what if you blurred out her plate of food to get around the TOS? Oh. I never really considered that, Salty Blonde. All right, maybe. We'll see. I got the lecture finger going. Hell yeah. Salty Blonde, thank you for the support, hun. Appreciate you. Listen, I'm in my pajamas and everything. I ain't even brushed my hair today. It is what it is. Hello, Sunday. Exactly. She loves the outrage. She sure does. She wants to get her chat worked up. So the majority of her chat are trolls. Play the game how it's supposed to be played. Okay. Then what is she going to do?
Not for a man. Though I did think that I was wearing it for a man for the longest
Did absolutely brush my teeth. I love black cats. Come on now.
time.
I wouldn't even be able to function. I don't know how you could wake up and just walk around and start your day without brushing your teeth. That's gross.
I guess the fact that I don't really want to take it off.
See, she it's the level of importance for Chantel. Like she thinks she's so fucking important. And to be fair, we've put her in that position to where people care. Like, you know what, Foodie, if that's what you want to do, you want to LARP as a Muslim, you want to be offensive to people, then go ahead and do that, okay? And the less that people give her pushback for wearing the hijab, the more she's going to be like, why am I going to buy? There's no reason to wear it after that. My bills are paid and my teeth is brushed. That's right. Shell Thompson says her saying she felt pressure was because Salah hated the fact that she showed her head. She's trying to blame the Canadian culture, so he will forgive her. If Salah were Amish, so would she. Yes, absolutely. And you're not wrong. So Foodie again is she's trying to get her ass into the Syrian door, and she's going to blame the people, the Canadian people, the Canadian culture, also the YouTube audience as the reason why she removed the hijab. She was pressured. Turd Drop said, Chantel, if you don't want to wear the hijab, you should be more comfortable than take it off. She's blaming you guys. That's right, Panda. Shell Thompson, thank you for the support, hon.
You know, I get accused of wearing it because it hides bad hair. Well, that's a bonus, but
Let me just point out the way that she's eating this food. You guys know when we can tell that Chantel ate before she ate. She's playing with her food. It's obvious that she ate before she ate.
that's not a reason. I never really cared.
Bunny. Hey, Bunny. You're funny.
All right, guys.
All
I
right.
guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Defiant Cutie. That's what the title of the stream should have been. What did I title it? I don't even remember. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Foodie goes missing after Payday and hopes to get Salah back or some shit like that. That was a fucking banger, too. Okay, so listen. How do I stop sharing? Remove. There we go. Salah phone home. Do you get what I was trying to say there? You know what I'm trying to say? Like the ET phone home. Salah phone home. Payday has hit and she wants you back, big baby. Big baby Salah. All right, let's do the giveaway. I got to get out of here. I got stuff to do. Today is Bacon's girlfriend's birthday. So we've been preparing for that. He's super excited. He's so sweet. He put together the sweetest basket for his girlfriend. Of course, his two moms helped him. I said, see, this is part of the this is the upside of having two moms, because I took him shopping, helped him pick everything out. And then Sam put together the basket, like she did all the paper and everything, made it look super cute. So yeah, he's got to go to that today. There's just a lot going on, man. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my channel. You guys ready for the giveaway? Dun, 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 dun. I know. You know, I've been waiting. You know, for them. Cat Daddy's kind of been dating for a while. Like he's had a few different girlfriends. Bacon's had like one or something like that, but it's never really been something serious. And like every time a holiday or something rolls around, you know, when they're younger, they don't necessarily tell you if they're dating or not. And I always said, you got a girlfriend you want to get something for? No, mom. So finally this year, both of the boys have girlfriends. So that's exciting. Anyways, y'all don't care about that shit. Comment picker. All right. Let's see. One winner today. If you are from the United States of America, you get to win yourself a Christmas support pickle Christmas tumbler, whatever the fuck it's called, which is available now in the merch store. If you haven't got yours, make sure to get it today. And if you're on the outside of the United States, don't worry. You still get an amazing sticker pack and a postcard. And I've been running a bunch of new stickers and I've been doing holographic stickers. So that's super cool. So regardless, you too can be a winner. Seattle Sapphire says, Salah realized he has the power to make her dance. You're not wrong. Listen. Well, yeah, yes and no. Like, I do think that Salah holds the majority of the power, Seattle Sapphire, but Foodie does have, you know, her limits. And let's not forget, the reason she ended up back in Canada was because she wanted Salah to get rid of his family. She wanted control of that. Not necessarily like it's dumb shit, right? Like it was in Kuwait. She basically told us it was the same situation in Kuwait. She didn't want him to have friends. She didn't want him to have family. She wanted it to just be them two. And she wanted the same in Syria. So much so that she ended up back in Canada, but that ended up biting her in the ass. And now that it has, and she hasn't been allowed back, let's say Salah gave in and said, come back. And he thinks he has all the power and he still continues to go and see his family. She's so funkled, the cycle is just going to repeat. Like she's still going to demand that she get her way and that he cut off his family. So if she went back to Syria, we would have another repeat of what's happening right now. It might take a little bit longer, but she would still do it again. And that is the insanity of all this shit. She ran all his friends off in Kuwait. Oh, yeah. Not just his friends, but his family. She's such a loser. There's no other way to describe Chantel. Like when you're looking for the perfect way to describe Chantel, loser. Loser. It's just loser. Like seriously. FFG Modi Cum Fupa, thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. Bunny, welcome, new member. Thank you, Badusi. I appreciate you, girl, so much. Okay, let me share the screen again. Whew, I feel like I've been talking a lot today. Dude, I'm so excited about the open panel. Seriously, that is going to be such a good time. I want to hear from people and listen. And I want to tell this to the people who still support Frenchie. You won't get any, I won't attack you. I won't allow the chat to attack you. if you really want to come on panel and tell us why you feel the way that you do, we would be willing to listen. And I can promise I will not allow the chat to dogpile you. I won't dogpile you. I won't let anybody else on panel do that. We honestly, I would love to hear what the people who still support Frenchie have to say. So in order to do that, guys, we have to promise that we're not going to allow that to happen. Okay. And still, even then, I don't know if people will be willing to come, but you never know. Anyways, here we go. Today's winner is dun, 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 dun. No. What the fuck? What is this? There we go. Ron is busy. Ron is busy. Replay gang. Ron is busy. Well, shout out to you, girl. Hell yeah. Ron is busy. What a name. We're going to talk about that. It's kind of triggering. Where's our Ron been at? See over there playing on the low cow pasture podcast or whatever? Anyways, shout out to you, Ron is busy. Make sure you email me at tunderground2323@gmail.com. And go ahead and leave a comment on today's video. We will do another giveaway tomorrow. I will try to do them every day that we're live. So go ahead and leave your comments. I'll post it on the community tab post when we're done here. I will see you guys same place, same time tomorrow. Love you so much. Bye, guys.
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money. Okay, good luck.